Let's be real. Learning about ecosystem from slides is fine, but actually stepping into one, that's a whole different experience. Our field trip brought us to two places, which are the Forest Research Institute Glacier of Rahim and the lake at UiTM Kuala Pilah. What are the goals? To examine the structure, functions, and biodiversity of both ecosystems while identifying potential threats and reflecting on conservation strategies. Our first focus was the terrestrial ecosystems, specifically the forest skywalk. It's more than just a great view. This forest is full of life, from tall dipterocarp trees to tiny mini insects playing their part in the food web. Forests like this help to regulate our climate, clean the air, and support an amazing amount of biodiversity. Honestly, it makes us to appreciate how complex and alive these ecosystems really are. Next up, a peaceful stop at the UiTM Kuala Pilah Lake. It might look calm, but beneath the surface, there's a lot going on. Aquatic plants, microbes, insects, where all of them help to keep the water clean and support life around it. Even small changes in this ecosystem, like pollution or overgrowth, can have big impacts. But not everything we saw was beautiful. These ecosystems are also facing real threats like pollution, human interference, and also loss of biodiversity. That's why this field trip wasn't just a day out in nature, but it was a reminder that if we don't protect these places, we might lose more than we think.
Had we ever wondered what if the terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem were gone one day? These are something that we often take for granted. So, what are their actual benefits in our daily life? First off, terrestrial ecosystem contributing to clean air that allow us to breathe. Fruit, vegetable and herb serve as food for human and also the animals. It is also provides natural medicines and act as earth lungs, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. We got our home to live, but what about the wildlife? Yep, this ecosystem provides habitats for them. Aside from it, rivers, lakes and ocean give a peaceful vibe with amazing view to see. It provides fresh water and also food resources. Wetlands also act as natural shield where its water storage prevents flash flood and absorb wave energy to lessen the impact of storm surge. Together, these ecosystems have proven to be our lifesavers in providing healthy biodiversity. They support our health, economy and even happiness. So, care for them more, not just because we need them, but because they are our responsibility to protect and also respect the ecosystem that sustain us.
Now, let us talk about threats faced by terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. First and foremost, modern agriculture practices are one of the biggest threats to terrestrial ecosystem. In order to expand farmland, vast areas of forest are cleared, a process known as deforestation. This leads to the loss of topsoil, which is the most fertile part of the soil needed for plant growth. Without trees to hold the soil together, it gets easily eroded by wind and rain. Over time, the land becomes dry and infertile, a process called desertification. Deforestation also disrupts the soil microcosm, which include beneficial microorganisms, fungi and insects that maintain soil health. As the soil quality degrades, crop productivity falls and the natural balance of the ecosystem is lost. Secondly, mining for resources like coal, gold and metal causes serious damage to terrestrial environment. The removal of vegetation and digging of land lead to soil erosion and the formation of sinkhole. Toxic chemicals used in mining like mercury and cyanide often contaminated the soil, making the area unsuitable for agriculture or habitation. Mining also causes displacement of local communities and destroy habitat, leading to the loss of biodiversity.
Next, eutrophication is one of the biggest threats to the aquatic ecosystem. Eutrophication is a process that occurs when excess nutrients, mainly nitrogen and phosphorus, from agricultural runoff or sewage discharge enter aquatic environment. These nutrients stimulate rapid growth of algae, resulting in alga bloom. When the algae die, they are decomposed by bacteria which consume large amount of dissolved oxygen in the water. This leads to the hypoxic condition, making it difficult for aquatic organisms to survive. Severe eutrophication can create dead zone, where little to no life can be sustained and significantly degrade water quality and aquatic biodiversity.
Conservation efforts are important for maintaining the structure and function of ecosystems. Terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems face increasing pressure due to pollution, deforestation, and climate change. This part will explain about both current efforts and future plans to tackle the threats to each ecosystem. First of all, the current conservation efforts for terrestrial ecosystem are by doing a community education and guided tours. Forest Research Institute Malaysia, FRIM, organized a guided visit, for example, to the Forest Skywalk to educate the public, student, and NGO about the value of the ecosystem and the importance of the forest layer in supporting biodiversity. This will promote awareness and strengthen community involvement in conservation. Next is by doing a forest restoration and sustainable land use. FRIM already transformed from a degraded tin mining site into a secondary tropical rainforest. Through reforestation and ecological, native tree species are now thriving, helping to enhance climate regulation and maintaining biodiversity. Moreover, for the current conservation efforts for aquatic ecosystems we can focus on the invasive species management. By removing or controlling non-native plants like water hyacinth or tilapia, it can help to protect native biodiversity and prevents overgrowth or ecosystem imbalance. For example, by doing a biological control, awareness campaign, and manual removal. Next is the eco-education and clean-up programs. All programs like organizing lake clean-up, workshop, and camping will encourage students and the local communities to protect the lake actively. This is more easy to do because this program is common in university and school, especially during the Earth Day or Environmental Week. For the future plans to conserve the terrestrial ecosystem, there is an integrated research development. Further research from the soil level to fauna, including soil quality, flora, and wildlife dynamic, will enhance comprehensive forest management and biodiversity conservation. Next is by strengthening policy and legal protection. The goal is to upgrade more forests into permanent reserve so they get stronger legal protection as a part of Malaysian national policy on biological diversity. For the future plans to conserve the aquatic ecosystem, the authorities need to increase restoration of aquatic plants, especially the native ones. This can help to clean the water and support aquatic biodiversity, particularly in lakes and urban rivers. Lastly is by enhancing aquatic stewardship through education. There are efforts to involve students and NGOs in water conservation through awareness campaign, volunteer events, and workshops, particularly targeting water pollution and sustainable use.
We have seen how both terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems are vital to our survival, giving us clean air, fresh water, food and protection. But modern threats like deforestation, pollution and invasive species are put them at risk. Thankfully, efforts like species management, clean-up program, education and stronger policies are making a difference. In conclusion, research, restoration and respect are needed to protect this ecosystem. By saving them, we are saving ourselves.